August 2014, unbeknownst to me, was a day that will forever change my life. My son, who just turned one, was eating peanut butter, and I made him peanut butter toast and bananas for breakfast, and he refused to eat it. I thought it was a texture thing, so I cleaned up his mess and took him out of his high chair, and when I looked at him, I realized that his face was swelling and he was struggling to breathe. I had no idea what was going on in those moments. It took me about 10 seconds to realize that he was having an anaphylactic reaction. I immediately called 911, and the paramedics were there within minutes. It felt like hours. On the ride to the hospital, they gave him multiple doses of epinephrine, and once at the hospital, they poked and prodded at him and gave him multiple medications for the next 12 hours. After the 12 hours, we were able to go home and instructed to get an EpiPen and watch for secondary reactions. I've done countless hours on food allergies and epinephrine, so I believe I'm a credible source to be speaking on this. Today I am going to tell you what anaphylaxis looks like, demonstrate how to use an EpiPen, and what to do afterwards. According to the NIH, anaphylaxis is a systemic response to an allergen. Your body pretty much attacks itself. It thinks that the proteins of whatever you're ingesting is an invader, and pretty much your lungs swell up, your throat swells up, and you go into anaphylaxis. You want to give epinephrine if you have more than 2 symptoms of anaphylaxis. So if there's any sort of facial swelling, tongue swelling, mucosal changes, struggling to breathe. Actually, if you're struggling to breathe and you feel like your throat is closing, you immediately just give epinephrine. So I'm going to show you how to use epinephrine. This is an EpiPen. I've lost my trainer, so I'm going to show you how to do the live one. So you will take off the blue cap. You will firmly grasp the pen, and you will take it and you will stab it into your thigh until you hear a clicking sound, and hold it for 3 seconds. After you hold it for 3 seconds and release it, you're going to want to massage the area to kind of break up the medication in your tissue. And if you are still having anaphylactic symptoms within a couple minutes, you'll want to give the second dose and immediately call 911. Once you give epinephrine, it most of the time is scarier than leading up to, because at this point you've realized what happened, what you're doing. So you're going to want to lay the person down on the floor and make sure that their legs are elevated and they're warm. You want to keep all the blood flowing to the vital organs. And then you wait for the paramedics to arrive. If you have the 1 dose of epinephrine and it seems to resolve all of your issues, you're still going to want to be seen in the emergency room according to the FARA website, because secondary anaphylactic reactions can occur from minutes to hours later. So you're going to want to make sure that you get checked out and make sure all of your heart and everything is working correctly. Epinephrine gives a dose of epinephrine, which causes bronchodilation. It raises your heart rate and your blood pressure. So be sure that you or whoever you give a dose of epinephrine to is seen by a doctor. And then afterwards, you just want to make sure you stay calm. You're with whoever you've given epinephrine to. I believe it's really important for everyone to know how to use epinephrine, because more times than not, people don't. I've had to explain to daycare staff, teachers, just school staff in general, how to use epinephrine for my son, which should be a standard thing in schools. Everyone should know how to use an EpiPen, especially if you're working with children. I think that it's a very important resource to have, it could save a life. And my resources, I print off my resources, or my references, I'm sorry. And I have also attached them. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Have a great night.